A furious Nigerian man storms into Lagos High Court clutching a worn Bible. Security guards freeze. Nobody sues a man of God in Nigeria. 6 months earlier, Chinedu was just a struggling Lagos bus driver. Every kobo he earned went to his family and to Pastor Elijah's church. His wife, Ngozi, never complained. She believed as deeply as he did. Pastor Elijah Abiodun commanded the largest church in all of Lagos. 20,000 souls gathered every Sunday to hear his prophecies. And on that fateful January night, Pastor Elijah called Chinedu forward. "You, the bus driver in row 47, God has a word for you." Chinedu's heart nearly stopped. Everybody turned to look at him. He walked toward the stage like a man in a dream. Pastor Elijah placed his heavy hand on Chinedu's trembling forehead. "Thus saith the Lord, before December 2025, you shall become a billionaire." The congregation erupted, 20,000 believers screaming for Chinedu. Ngozi ran to the stage, tears streaming. Her husband would be a billionaire. That night, Chinedu couldn't sleep. He was planning his new life already. He would build Ngozi a mansion in Lekki with ocean views. His children would attend the best schools in London and Dubai. No more Danfo buses, only Mercedes and Range Rovers from now on. But first, Pastor Elijah said, the seed must be sown generously. Chinedu sold his only bus, his entire livelihood, as a faith offering. 3 million naira, everything he had, placed in Pastor's hands. Months passed. Chinedu waited, prayed, and believed with all his heart. No job, no bus, just faith and an increasingly empty stomach. But December would change everything. Pastor Elijah had promised. December 31st arrived. Chinedu stared at his phone like his life depended on it. Account balance, 247 Nigerian nairas. The prophecy had failed. Outside, Lagos celebrated, while Chinedu's world collapsed in silence. Ngozi held her broken husband, but something new burned in his eyes. "That pastor go hear from me. I go sue him for court." Morning came, and Chinedu began the most unusual quest in Lagos history. First stop, his uncle Emeka, a retired court clerk who knew the system. "Sue a pastor? Chinedu, you don craze." Uncle Emeka choked on his tea. Chinedu laid out his case, the prophecy, the money, the broken promise. Uncle Emeka's eyes slowly widened. This boy might actually have a case. "I know one lawyer, Barrister Adiz Okonkwo. She fears nothing." Barrister Adiz's office sat on Victoria Island, intimidating and prestigious. The receptionist looked at Chinedu like he was lost. Then Barrister Adiz appeared, and the whole room shifted. She had bankrupted corrupt politicians and jailed fraudulent businessmen. "So you want to sue God's messenger?" She studied Chinedu intensely. Chinedu told his story, every naira sacrificed, every prayer unanswered. Barrister Adiz's stone face slowly cracked into a dangerous smile. "Breach of contract. Fraudulent misrepresentation. I'll take your case." Meanwhile, at the mega church, Pastor Elijah was living very large. His personal assistant rushed in, face white with terror. "Sir, somebody is suing you for a failed prophecy." Pastor Elijah's grape froze halfway to his pampered mouth. "Which why man?" The pastor's roar shook the chandelier. News of the lawsuit spread through Lagos like Harmattan wildfire. This one not blockbuster. Lagos was completely divided. Television crews descended on the courthouse steps like hungry vultures. Pastor Elijah assembled his legal army, the best money could buy. Led Council Chief Babatunde, nicknamed the Crusher, never lost a case. Destroy him. Make sure no one ever tries this nonsense again. Back in a cramped apartment, Team Chinedu prepared with nothing but determination. Adiz found church members willing to testify. Other prophecies had failed too. Mama Chidinma had sold her provision shop for a healing miracle that never came. The pattern was clear. Faith was being weaponized for profit. Tomorrow, the battle would begin, Lagos Courthouse, 9 a.m. sharp. If you want to see what happens next at the courtroom, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification.